Was married for 30 years before her husband dropped a bombshell.
Without a hint of warning, he told her he was no longer in love with her and wanted a divorce. In her memoir, it's called The Dance Card, Looking for Love After Divorce, Anne Reichardt gives a voice to middle-aged men and women who are jumping into the dating scene to hopefully find love again. And Anne is with us now here on The Morning Blend to talk a little bit about her book and her personal story. Great to meet you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So your husband says to you, I'm no longer in love with you. I want a divorce. And were you truly surprised?
I was totally surprised. It came out of the blue. And as people will say, you were blindsided, Anne. And I said, yeah, I really was. But, you know, after that moment, I thought, well, my marriage was done. I'm a single woman again. What do I do at the age of 56? And I'd had my history. I had my memories with my family. I have 2 daughters that are adults now. Where does a woman go at the age of 56, you know, for the next third of your life? And I'm 63 now, so I basically have a third of my life left. Do I want to be a single woman? And frankly, I thought to myself, no, it's a couple society. We have to get out there and find someone that might fit within my
wheelhouse.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I mean, after 30 years of marriage, you're used to being in a partnership. You're used to being a couple. You're used to having that other, you know, connected person there. So I can imagine going out as a single person also seemed really scary.
It was very scary. And yet, and another interesting facet of that is that I felt quite guilty because I had been in a monogamous committed relationship for so long, and then all of a sudden I was able to go out and date somebody else, and I thought, boy, I was being unfaithful to the person that I've been with for so many years. It was a very strange situation.
Yeah, I'm sure you say your vows to one person thinking that's going to be forever, and your intention was for it to be forever. I find this interesting. You write this: gone are the days of blind dates set up by a friend or meeting at a local church or bar hopping or even looking for love in the produce or dairy section of the local grocery store.
Amen.
Okay, I thought that was fascinating. So the old way of finding people, because, you know, I think one of the worst things you can say to single friends is something like, it'll happen when you least expect it.
When you're not looking.
When you're not looking. You know, those kinds of like, you know, tried and true lines that ring kind of hollow. Where then do you think people find love, especially later in life?
Well, what I discovered is that, you know, no longer are those dances that I would go to at a recreational center, and that's why I titled my book The Dance Card, because we had these cards with various dances on them that we would accompany each dance, and they were usually ballroom dances, would be a name of a gentleman. Well, now that the dance cards are really replaced by profiles online, and it's really the only place you can meet gentlemen.
Is online. So
online
you're a fan of online dating.
Well, I approached it a little hesitantly, I must admit, but really it was the only way that I could meet gentlemen, and I met quite a few nice gentlemen along the way.
What do you look for when you're doing online dating?
Well, that's a whole other question. I didn't know what I was looking for. It was a total surprise to me, and it was something that I really had to muddle through. And what I found out was the very first person that I met online, I ended up having a committed relationship with for about 2 years. And that's a message I really want to put forth, that to me it was too fast, too soon. I was just separated. It was a rebound relationship, and a lot of men and women find themselves in those particular situations where they want to be loved, they want to be honored, and that first person that comes along offers that. You think, well, this is just perfect. When in fact down the road you discover it really isn't.
Why, in your opinion, do rebound relationships generally are not right and don't last?
Well, because you're not scrutinizing who that personality is, and that's the reason for the names of my dancers. Each individual gentleman I refer to as a specific dance. For example, Mr. Waltz, Mr. Cha-Cha, Mr. Salsa, Mr. Jitterbug, because they all have
Mr. Jitterbug.
They all have personalities that are specific to that particular dance. And what I discovered, that each gentleman was so different, and I wasn't quite sure which dancer was right for me. And everybody really should scrutinize what kind of personality you're looking for, because if you're going to be with somebody long term, really basically, are they introverted? Are they extroverted? Are they conservative, liberal? Are they intellectuals? There's so many aspects that we as 20 and 30-year-olds do not look at. And
how important is character, someone's character?
Character is very important. Well, to me it was very important, and most of them had pretty nice character, but there are so many other elements that go along with looking for somebody at my age. So That's all I can part at this point. But my real message is that there is love after divorce or a loss, and I wouldn't dissuade anyone from going out and doing what I did, because I really met a lot of wonderful individuals. I haven't found anybody yet, but I'm still open to the possibility. And what I also discovered that was a lot of people in my generation are really having a difficult time finding that person that they want to connect with for a long term, because they carry the wounds from their past forward, and it's really no way of finding any kind of success, unfortunately.
What did you most learn about yourself in this process?
It gave me a lot of confidence in finding out who I really was and what I was looking for. And the other thing I found out was that it would be very helpful to other people going through this same situation. And I must say, a lot of my contemporaries have really gone through the same thing that I have. And over the past 8 years, it's been 8 years now, I have counseled them. I've told them how the online dating works, what to look out for, and it's fascinating. It's really fascinating.
Is your ex-husband remarried?
He's not, but he has a significant other, and I must say that we have a very good relationship, only because we've made it so, because we have children together. And that's another whole issue that I really kind of bring up in my next book. It's a sequel to this one. So.
Oh, what is the sequel called?
Well, I haven't really titled it yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be the new dance card, because what I've done is I've gone back and revisited all my dancers on my first card, and there are 10 of them, and where they are now, which is a fascination in itself. And then I've opened up a whole new dance card with 10 new dancers.
Love that.
I like that.
That's
That is
great.
really good. I love how open you are, and that your message is one of hope, even though you haven't maybe found that one person that you're ready to settle with at this point.
Exactly. Thank you. There is hope out there, and I have to tell people that. That's so very important.
It's wonderful. It's
Love
a great
it, Ann.
book. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
called The Dance Card, and you can find it at a lot of different bookstores.
Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Apple iTunes, Kindle.
Awesome. Great
Thanks
to
for
meet
being
you.
here.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Come back with your sequel.
I will. I'd love to. Thank you so
We'd
much.
like that too. Thank you.